When it comes to success and healing, you're not going to be able to take everybody with you. As my grandmother would say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite auntie, uncle. It's your favorite goddess king. It's your favorite pirate captain. It's your favorite hood healer, high priestess, motivational dominatrix, LadySpeech, in the place to be. And I want to welcome you back to my channel. You could be anywhere in the world. As a matter of fact, you are somewhere in the world, and you're also sharing a little bit of time, a little bit of space, a little bit of attention with me, and I appreciate that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you like what I'm doing, if you like what you see, if you're feeling any of this, if you're feeling any of me, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, baby. Make sure you hit that notifications bell so you can keep up with all my shenanigans and happenings and goings ons and things. And you do know you can join this piece. We got a whole official YouTube community on here, baby. So go to my page and join the Sugar Honey Dumpling crew. Now that we're done with all of that, let's hop in. Let's fall into today's video, shall we? You can lead a horse to water. You can lead a horse to water. You could bring the water to the horse. Nothing is wrong with that. As you are on your road to healing, or as you are walking your road towards your personal success, you're going to come to moments when you win. You're going to come to moments when you experience epiphanies, where you experience life-changing results due to the healing path you are walking. When you are dedicated, when you are focused on success, you're going to come to points when you achieve success. You're going to come to points when your resources expand, where you have more time, where you have more money, where you have more. You're going to come to a point in a time when the results of what you are doing are paying off for you. It's working out for you. And it is natural to want to share that with your friends and your family and your loved ones. It's natural, especially when you are walking on your road to healing, when you are experiencing epiphanies and breakthroughs, when you see positivity flowing in your life, when you are experiencing breaking through bad habits, when your thought processes change. It is natural to want to share that with your loved ones and with your family. I see so many people especially when we come from toxic situations, when we come from rough situations, when we come from families that are so unhealed. I see a lot of us, when we embark on our healing journey or our successive journey via therapy or via the spiritual realm, I see a lot of us who end up benefiting from these paths. We end up benefiting, like we change our lives drastically. We break generational cycles. We break generational curses. We end up improving our lives and shooting past all expectations we used to have for ourselves. I see a lot of people who, as they have been dedicated to a dream, a goal, and they achieve that, and success starts coming to them, especially when we come from situations where we didn't have a lot, where a lot of people around us didn't have a lot, or we just came from a situation where we were at one place, we started from the bottom, and now we're here. I see a lot of us who want to take the people who we have around us with us, and there is nothing wrong with that. It is absolutely natural to receive something good in your life and want to include your community, want to uplift your community. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with receiving more resources in your life, coming to a place when you have more and you want to share that. There is nothing wrong with wanting to share your good fortune, your good news, your good information with people who you would feel would benefit from it. There is nothing wrong with that. You can, in fact, lead a horse to water. There's nothing wrong with leading a horse to water. There's nothing wrong with bringing the water to the horse. There's nothing wrong with that. And I want you to understand that's absolutely natural. When you got a good heart, when you ain't out to screw people over, you want what's best for people. And when you experience something good, when you experience something that is life-changing, when you experience something that absolutely improves your life from top to bottom, You want to share that. And that's a good thing. That's a beautiful thing. And I don't want you to stop. That's called being community. That's called being village. That's called each one teach one. When we are community, when we are village, it is natural to uplift one another, to engage in cooperative economics, to engage in cooperation when it comes to business. It is okay to come from the philosophy that when I thrive, we thrive. When I thrive, you thrive. It's okay. And not only is it okay, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to come from that perspective. It's okay to lead a horse to water. But you have to remember and you have to understand that you cannot make them drink. As much as you want them to drink, as much as you feel like you have nourishment that you are offering up, you cannot make anyone drink. As much as you feel like you have a helpful resource, a helpful tool, you can bring it to them, you can offer it up to them, you can make it available to them, but you cannot make them drink. And that's a hard lesson for a lot of us to learn. That's a hard lesson for me to learn. You know, this lesson comes in the form of you can't want more for someone than they want for themselves. You can't want more for someone than they want for themselves. I want all of my friends to have their version of success. I want them to have stable housing, stable finances. I want them to be pursuing the lives that they love. I want them to be utilizing their talents, their gifts in service of their path and their purpose. I want them to be satisfied emotionally, mentally, physically, sensually, sexually. I want them to have the greatest version of their life that is possibly available to them. And that's not, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But oftentimes, I have found that, especially in the past, I got caught up when I would offer up resources, when I would bring the horse, so to speak, to water, when I would bring people to healing resources, people who had similar life circumstances that I had. When I would offer up these resources to them, I would bring them to the water. And my feelings would get so hurt when they wouldn't drink. My feelings would get so hurt when they wouldn't take advantage of the resources. My feelings would get so hurt when they wouldn't take that medicine with the same gusto that I did. And I had to learn a few things so that my feelings would stop getting hurt. You could lead a horse to water, but it ain't your job to make them drink. You can't make them drink. A few things. Number one, everybody's way of healing is different. Everybody's idea of healing, everybody's idea of success is different. So just because you have led someone to what you think is life-saving water for them, life-saving elixir, life-saving medicine, a life-saving way to get them to success, to get them to healing, just because you led them to what your idea of that is, doesn't mean that that's their idea, or that that's even a good or proper or appropriate way for them to pursue their healing or to pursue their success. There's nothing wrong with wanting the best for people, but it's important to understand that your way, or the way that worked for you when it comes to success, when it comes to healing, may not work with them ever, or it may not resonate with who they are or work with who they are right now. Okay? It's important to understand that remember that everybody's way is different. Everybody's idea of success is different. Everybody's way of healing is different. Everybody's walk towards success is different. Everybody's walk in their healing journey is different. Everybody's idea and everybody's way is different, and that is okay. Honey, everybody ain't ready at the same time. And everybody's not ready for resources when you present the resource. Sometimes people, your only job in people's life is to present the resource to let them know this exists. And then when they're ready, they can come back and revisit that. Spirit will reintroduce that concept or that resource to them when they are ready for it. Sometimes people ain't ready. They're not ready when you're ready. They're not ready when you have the resource. They're not ready. Sometimes you are just there, like I said, to introduce it to them. And then they circle back around to that at a different moment in time, okay? So it's really important, especially if you don't want to get your feelings hurt when it comes to your family and your loved ones in regards to offering them life-saving information or information that'll help them towards their way towards success. You still offer it up. I'm not saying don't offer it up, but I'm also saying that there are a lot of different reasons why someone wouldn't take the advice, why someone's not going to take the opportunity, why someone's not going to take what it is that you're offering them, okay? And one of those things may be, quite simply, they're not ready. And you know what? That's okay. We're all ready for what we need at our own times. Another thing folks need to consider is that they may have lied to you about what it is that they want. They may have just been simply mirroring you in a moment of excitement when you were sharing about your dreams, your goals, your success, your healing. They might have gotten caught up in that moment and simply just mirrored you in yours, expressing these things that they want, but they actually don't want it. They may have lied to you because they don't know what they want. Do you know how many people just go along with what society tells them they should want or they should do? So many people end up in relationships, and then 10 years into the relationships, they're like, wait a minute, I don't even like people, or I don't like this gender, or I don't even want to be in a relationship, or my idea of relationships are different. The indoctrination, the way we indoctrinate people into things in Western societies, it's ingrained and ingratiated, and it happens so easily, so quickly, and so subtly that you will go half your life not really understanding who you are, what you want, what you desire. So sometimes people might have spoken, I want to heal, or I want to be in this way, or I want this, this is my idea of success. And then when you present them with that, they're like, oh, wait a minute, that's actually not my idea of success, or I'm actually not ready to heal, or I don't want that at all, okay? Sometimes people aren't taking what you're offering because they don't want it. And they either told you that and they knew that fact about themselves, or they did not know that fact about themselves when they were having previous conversations with you about healing, about their ideas of success. So again, like, don't get your feelings caught up. There's plenty of reasons why, like I said, plenty of reasons why someone would not take the water you're offering them. Sometimes you have crafted this water for them, or you've gotten this water from them from this certain place they say they wanted it, and then when they're finally presented with it, they're like, I didn't know, I didn't realize that's what that water tasted like, and I don't like that type of water, as it turns out. Many different reasons, darling. Many different reasons. Healing is scary. Success is scary. And sometimes when someone is presented with a way towards those two things, they become paralyzed with fear. Sometimes you lead a horse to water and they won't drink because they're scared. They're scared of what's going to happen next. They have no idea what's coming next. Sometimes people, especially when it comes to healing, and I've actually seen it with success too, sometimes people have been met with so much trauma, so much pain, so much disappointment, that when you finally offer up something good, they have no idea how to process that, how to deal with that, and they are paralyzed with fear, wondering when the other shoe is going to drop, wondering when you're going to take this back, wondering when you're going to be foul to them, wondering when they're going to get smacked up in the face. Sometimes people have been treated so foully, so wrongly, that that's all that they are used to. And when you show them an ounce of love, they have no idea what to do with it. I know what it's like to be paralyzed with fear in the physical sense, when there is a physical threat. And I also know what it's like to be paralyzed with fear when the first time you're shown love and affection. And I also know what it's like to be paralyzed with fear when you start your healing process and you understand that there is a life outside of being trauma, outside of being riddled with pain. And when you've never seen that life before, it is daunting. it's scary sometimes to realize when you're in the middle of healing, like, oh my God, who am I without this? Who am I without all this anger? Who am I without all this hurt? Who am I without this? This is who I've been. Who am I without this? Who am I without struggle? Who am I without struggling check to check? Who am I without this definition of pain? Who am I? Sometimes you've led them the water and all they want to do is drink. They're about to pass out from the thirst. All they want to do is drink water. But they can't because they don't know how. I like to watch kitten videos. They make me happy. And I will watch some pretty heartwarming videos that start out kind of rough. And I actually was watching a kitten video earlier today, and the kitten had been abandoned for whatever reason by its mom. And it had been abandoned fairly early, like fairly immediately. It might have gotten a feed maybe 1 or 2 times, but basically it didn't know how to eat. And they had to teach it how to eat, coach it in how to eat. Had the mom been there, it would have learned that. But it did, that basic thing, it had to learn how to eat. There's sometimes you offer up a resource and someone has been taken from so much they don't know how to receive. And those words, as I'm saying them, hit all the way home. I had to train myself on how to be loved. I hurt my, thank you to, all of you know who you are. Golden, Bianca, Day, Naomi, like, all of Jovan, you early ones know. You early ones know. You early ones who've been in my, you know, Marnita from the youth homeless shelter. Like, y'all had to teach me how to be loved. You had to teach me how to receive love. I had no idea. I had no idea how to receive softness. I had to be taught. I had to be taught how to receive help. I didn't know. I wasn't helped for so long. Sometimes you lead a horse to water and they don't know how. And this is why I said in the beginning, don't stop. It's not a bad thing that you do this. It's a human thing that we want to do this. And there are going to be times when you do this and that's exactly what the person needs. So don't stop. But also, don't get your feelings caught up if you lead a horse to water, if you bring resources to your friends, your loved ones, and they don't take it. There are a lot of reasons why a person wouldn't. And that's what this video is about. Don't stop being a good person. Just understand why someone wouldn't take the water you're trying to give. And lastly, one of the big reasons why someone might not take the resources that you're offering, someone might not go for what you're saying, is because they realize that they don't have the resources, they don't have the support, they don't have what it takes to maintain the journey that you are encouraging them to start. They don't have the resources. You know, sometimes I have walked into someone's life and it was very clear that I was going to be there for a season, that I wasn't going to be there for the rest of their life, that we were just going to have a moment. We were going to have a series of moments together and we were going to disappear from each other's lives. And sometimes I have offered up medicine and love, and that person wasn't going to be in a position, they were not going to be in a set of circumstances after I left to maintain what it is that I was trying to help them start. They didn't have the people around them. They weren't in a good environment. They didn't have the support to begin that journey. I still gave what I was sent to give. I still gave the resources. I still gave the love. I still gave what I needed to give. But like, I understood that they couldn't act on that right now. For whatever reason. Sometimes people do not act on your advice. Sometimes people don't drink the water because it would be devastating to start drinking the water and then get put back into a situation where you know you're going to be thirsty again. Sometimes it's just easier to keep maintaining the struggle, keep maintaining the BS until you can get all the way clear. There are times when you are swimming through the struggle and you need that deep breath, you need a rest. And there's sometimes where the rest would actually be your demise, and you just got to keep going till you get all the way to safety. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And you can't want more for someone than they want for themselves. You can want the best for people. Please continue to want the best for people. Please continue to want people to win. Please want success. Please pray love, protection onto them. But just know and understand that there are many reasons. There are many reasons why someone doesn't want success. There's many reasons why someone doesn't want healing, from mental illness to the circle. There's more reasons than I mentioned in this video. Keep wanting the best for people. Keep wanting people to win. Keep wanting people to thrive. Keep wanting that. Just know that sometimes all that want in the world isn't going to help someone elevate. It's not going to help them choose healing. It's not going to help them take advantage of these resources for success. And you know what? That's okay. Everybody's path is their path. The more that you are detached from the results of being a good person, the more that you are just attached to being a good person for the sake of being a good person, the less your feelings will get hurt. The less your feelings will get hurt. The less your feelings will get hurt, the less your feelings can get hurt. Want the best for people, but understand that what people want for themselves, what people desire for themselves, is what's going to be what drives them. And there are many reasons why people want what they want for themselves. A lot of us have been nurtured into wanting the best for ourselves. A lot of us want the best for ourselves out of spite because we never had it. A lot of us never move past the abuse and the indoctrination that we don't deserve more. There's sometimes the only thing that's stopping us from wanting more or going towards the best or taking those resources or drinking the water that someone is giving to us is the feeling of worth. We don't feel like we're worthy enough to heal. We don't feel like we're worthy enough to have these resources. We don't feel like we're worthy enough of attention. We don't feel like we're worthy enough of success. There are a lot of reasons why someone doesn't drink the water you bring. Do not take it personal. Continue to want the best for people. Continue to be a beacon of light. Continue to be a fountain of love. Continue to water people. But water yourself first and foremost. Pour into yourself, fertilize your dreams, your goals, what you want first and foremost. Stay focused on walking your path of healing. Stay focused on walking your path towards success. And do not let what other people want for themselves thwart you from your victories. And pay attention when people bring you water to drink. Pay attention when people bring you resources to help you towards success. And remember that there's been times when you more than likely refused good advice, refused water, refused success, refused help. There have probably been times when that have happened to you. So remember that. And remember that there were valid reasons why. Or maybe there weren't valid reasons why, but there were reasons why you didn't take that advice. There are reasons why you didn't take that road towards success. Keep being a good person. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep leading the horses to water as Spirit tells you to. But become detached with what they do, with what happens, with what you when you lead them. Become detached from that. Lead them to water. Be happy that you can do what you do. And also, don't overdo it. Don't lead someone to water at the expense of your watering hole. Don't do that. Don't leave your watering hole unattended so it could dry up and not nourish you in order to get someone to theirs. Like the rule of when you're in an airplane, put in the event of chaos, put your oxygen mask on first and then help the people around you. All right? All right. And that's that on that. If you made it to the end of this video, gold star for you. Thank you so very much for your participation and for your time. I appreciate you. Now, I didn't want to take up all your time. I wanted to take up a little bit of your time, and mission is accomplished, baby. So I'm going to let you go. Just in case no one has told you today, you are valuable. You are beautiful. Your time is valuable, and every second, every moment you spend in the act of healing and walking your road towards success is valuable, and it truly helps the world be a better place. So thank you. You know the drill. If you like what I'm doing, if you like what you see, if you're feeling any of this, if you're feeling any of me, make sure you hit that like button, baby. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notifications bell so you can keep up with everything I'm putting down over here. Also, we are a whole official crew over here. Now, if you like me, if you follow me, if you support me, you are already part of the Sugar Honey Dumpling crew, baby. But if you want some more intimate one-on-one, not one-on-one, but, you know, a little bit more intimate access to your girl, to your boy, to your person, then join us, baby. Go to my page on YouTube. There is a join button. Join our community. We have a good time over here. And on that note, you have a good morning, a good evening, afternoon, a good middle of the night, whenever you encounter this. Have a good day, have a good moment, have a good second, have a good hour, have a good week, have a good year, have a good decade, have a good life. And I will see you, God, Goddess, Ancestors, Lawa, Orisha, all of my spiritual team, universe willing, in the next video. Mwah. I love you. I live you. Thank you. Peace.